Welcome back to the 10th Inning Sports Cards channel. Today is through the mail autographs. I have 12 through the mail autograph envelopes to tear through. I'm going to start with my oldest ones and move in to my newest ones. Here's how I get my TTM autographs. I use a website called sportscardforum.com. You can log in, create yourself your own username and password. The site is free to use. You can browse through the TTM manager and search for players by sport, by recent successes. You can go by last name and go alphabetically. So naturally, I kind of started with players that I knew and some other YouTubers I've watched where I've seen them have successful returns, and I kind of started from there. Right now, I'm sending off about 16 different TTMs per week. I send them out every Monday. And then I collect my TTMs that return back to me throughout the week, and I open them right here on the channel for you guys to see. Now there is some prep involved. I'm going to put out a video that shows you how I prep my cards for autographs, and it's really just as simple as adding some baby powder, but I'll show you guys in a much longer video to break that down. But what that does is it helps with the Sharpie markers. It just makes them a lot more clear, and the autographs tend to not bubble and smear quite as much. So let's get to it. We'll start with our very first return here. This one comes to us from Knoxville, Tennessee. I did pre-cut these so I can tear through them pretty quickly. There we go. Lee Guterman, New York Mets, sent back in my card. This is not a card saver one, but it's an Ultra Pro. I do have some card saver ones. I was probably just running low that day, but 1993 Topps signed really nicely here in blue Sharpie. 1990 Topps with the Yankees. And 1987 Topps with the Seattle Mariners. Very good autographs. Thank you so much to Lee Guterman, and he signs for no charge. All three of those returned. Let's move on to our next return. And the next return here is coming from San Diego, California. I also got this one back on the 13th. Let's see here. All right, cool. So he also answered a couple questions. I asked who was the hardest player for you to defend, and Larry Krystkowiak said Charles Barkley. And what was your favorite stadium to play in? We got the Boston Garden, and it looks like the Forum as well in Los Angeles. So really cool of him to answer a couple questions. And then he did sign two. I believe I sent him more than two cards, but he sent two back. Starting here with this 1991-92 Skybox. These look awesome. This is one of my favorite sets to get signed. And then I think this is the first time I've gotten back a 92-93 Skybox, and these also look really cool. They don't have the white backgrounds. This one usually has some type of crowd or on-court photo. But those look great. And that's return number 2 in the bag. Let's get to our third one. Here we go, number 3, no address, so not sure where this one's coming from. This one was sent back on the 13th. Oh, Isaiah Ryder. Very cool. So yeah, excited to get this one back. Hold on. So first off, thank you for your donation. I believe he charges $5 total. So you can donate to the Skywriter Basketball Association. And there you go. But yes, I sent him 2 cards. Oh, you can see this one stuck. I thought it was inside my Ultra Pro. But I sent him a 94-95 Rising Stars. This one's for my personal collection. Looks like it did get damaged a little bit on the return, but still a very cool card. And then my favorite set of basketball cards, 93-94 Topps Finest. This is his rookie card, Isaiah Ryder. This turned out really nice. So Thank you to Isaiah Ryder. He had a really nice career with the Minnesota Timberwolves, spent time with the Portland Trailblazers and a few other teams toward the end of his career. But yeah, he was a high-level scorer and a heck of a dunker as well. Let's get to our next return. And this one's coming to us from Portland, Oregon. Got this back on July 11th. Looks like we've got, football. Okay, Dan Fouts. I believe I sent him 3 cards. Yes, I did. So first up here is a Topps. I believe this is the 1981 Topps. Signed in blue Sharpie. I think that turned out great. Then we have the Super Action from 1981 Topps. That turned out great as well. And then we've got some Upper Deck NFL Legends, 1973 to 1987. And that turned out really good. I thought this card would look really nice with some ink on it, so I sent this in. This is from 2001 Upper Deck. And yeah, that autograph looks great. So thank you to Dan Fouts on a 3 out of 3 return. I do not believe he charges a fee, but if he does, I will put that down below so you guys can see. Let's get to the next return. Next return is coming from Baltimore, Maryland. Got this back on July 11th. What was your favorite stadium to pitch in? Dodger Stadium, home of the LA Dodgers. Okay. This comes from Mike Bielecki, former pitcher. Looks like I sent him 5 cards. Wow. Normally I don't send that many. So let's start it with 1991 Don Ross. Looks like he signed with a thin blue Sharpie. This looks great though. So that's number 1. Next up, 1993 Topps, when he pitched for the Atlanta Braves. Looks great. Kind of looks like Tony Danza here from Angels in the Outfield in that photo. Here's another Cubs, 1992 Don Ross. Bielecki, I should say. Here is a 91 Upper Deck. That one turned out great. I think Upper Deck cards really look the best for baseball. And then here is his rated rookie from 1985 Don Ross with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And that turned out fantastic. So 5 out of 5 return from Mike Bielecki, former Major League pitcher. Great return. Let's get to the next one. And our next one's coming from North Houston, Texas. Looks like we've got a basketball return. Oh, very cool. Former head coach Jeff Van Gundy. I had him sign a couple of team cards. I actually did not have any cards where he was in photo. I was looking to try and find some, but I could not get any in my collection, so I had him sign the 91-92 Skybox, which is one of my favorite, the 90-91 Knicks Skybox card, and then for the heck of it, since he ended up in Houston, I had him sign the Rockets one as well. He was not the coach during any of those years, but I thought those would be cool to get him to sign. I think Van Gundy is probably best known for his days as the coach of the New York Knicks and that famous moment where a brawl broke out on the court and he hung on for dear life to Alonzo Mourning's leg. And then he's had a fantastic career as a broadcaster, was just let go by ESPN. So I'm sure he'll land on his feet. I've heard rumors that he wants to get back into coaching at the NBA level, maybe be an assistant next year somewhere. So best of luck to him on that one. But a 3 of 3 return for Jeff Van Gundy. And our next one comes from Tallahassee, Florida. This is a thick one here. Okay, Heisman Trophy winner turned NBA veteran Charlie Ward. You can see he sent over an index card. Very cool of him to do that. Let's see, how many cards did I send Charlie Ward? I think I sent him 4. Yep, we got 4 cards back. We'll start with this Skybox Dominion card. I really like these cards. You can see some of the players are in black and white. Looks like one of the Heat defenders is in color along with Charlie Ward. That turned out fantastic. I really like how he signs his last name. He adds the 21 into the D of his last name. That's pretty cool. Here's his rookie card from 94-95, Top Stadium Club. Looks like he's either getting fouled or forcing up a shot against Felton Spencer. I remember him for the Utah Jazz. You can see he became Florida State University's all-time steals leader, and only 91 games, led ACC with 2.7 steals per game in 93-94, and scored first triple-double, 21 points, 12 assists, 10 rebounds in the history of USBL's Jacksonville team last year. So there you go. There's his rookie card signed. Here is 95-96 Hoops. Got Patrick Ewing in the background there. Great looking card. And then we'll finish with some Topps Finest. I think this is 99-2000. Nope, 2000-2001. Thick card stock, great looking cards. Autograph turned out amazing. So there you have it. A 4 of 4 return from the former Heisman Trophy winner, college basketball star Charlie Ward. Thank you very much. And our next one's going to come from North Texas, Dallas area. Okay. Oh, cool. Daryl Moose Johnston. Longtime fullback for the Dallas Cowboys. Blocked all those years for Emmitt Smith on his way to breaking the all-time record. Moose Johnston had him sign a 93 Topps. That turned out great. Yeah, you can see he adds Moose into his last name into the swoop. That's cool. The number 48 autographed on there. Here is a 87, I want to say. Oh, I'm way off. Way off. 1990 Topps. Great. What was his rookie year? 89, so great. So this would have been his second year card. That looks great. And maybe he didn't have a rookie in the 89. I don't know if that is his rookie or if it's his true second year card. I'll have to look that up. And then it looks like we've got a 91 Pinnacle, which I bought a box of these really cheap, and I thought, man, these would be great for TTM autographs because it's got their photo on the left and then an action shot. There's, you know, enough white color to autograph on here. So yeah, I think I was right on that guess because those turned out great. But 3 of 3 for Daryl Moose Johnston, one of the great fullbacks of all time, and he signs for no fee. Okay, next up is coming to us from Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay, we got a blank index card, and we've got John Koncak, aka John Contract, as Shaquille O'Neal likes to say. He was a big 7-foot-tall center who signed a big contract when Shaq was in college, and he thought, man, this playing pro ball might be kind of lucrative for me. And he was correct. So had him sign this 90-91 Hoops card. I believe he signed, 4 of 4 cards that I sent him. That turned out fantastic. Here is 91-92 Hoops. Looks like he's blocking a shot maybe. Could have been a heck of a volleyball player from the looks of it. Here's a 91-92 Skybox from the 84 Olympics here. That turned out really nice. Love that card. And then I have these 93, 94 jam session cards. I just think these are, you know, they're unique. They only had basically 1 year of these. I know these were popular earlier in the collecting days, back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, whenever they were doing the tall boys, but they tried to revive it for a couple years. And I was a big fan of Jam Session. And I think that looks great. It leaves a lot of room for autograph on here, which was my thought is, why not get some of those signed? But 4 of 4, I know he returned pretty quickly. I'll put the date down below as well, but no fee, and a great signer. Really good looking autograph from John Koncak. Next up is coming from Santa Barbara, California. Oh, very cool. I have been waiting a while for these to come back. This was a couple of the first autographs that I sent. Being a Bulls fan, I had to get a BJ Armstrong autograph. I believe I sent him 3. I know 2 of these are going to be, yeah, these are like my 3 favorite cards to get signed here. So let's start with the top. 91 Skybox, signed in blue Sharpie. Looks pretty cool. There's a lot of black on this card, so yeah, unfortunately it does kind of blend in a little bit there, but I think it still turned out pretty nice. Here's that 94, 95 Finest. That turned out great. It looks like it did smear a little bit. I don't think I was not prepping cards with the first shipment that I sent out, so I know that I did not baby powder this one. So you can see it did kind of smear just a little bit. It's not quite as blue as you would like it to be, but still very nice return. And here's the 91, 92 Skybox, really the best to get signed for your TTM collection. So this was his Rising Star card from that year. And yeah, BJ had a fantastic 1990 campaign going into 91, 92. He took over as the starting point guard the very next season for John Paxson when they went on to win their 3rd championship from the Phoenix Suns. And he was a great sharpshooter. He loved those corner threes. And like I said, he helped the Bulls to 3 NBA titles in his first 3 years in the league. Pretty impressive. So there you go. 3 of 3 return from BJ Armstrong. And our next return is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Born and raised on the playground, spending most of my days. Okay, here we go. Ruben Amaro. This one's been out for a little while, but a fairly quick return from Mr. Amaro. I believe I sent him 3 cards. I did. 1993 Donruss. These turned out great. Yeah, the 93 Donruss cards are fantastic. Great looking autograph. Here he is on the 92 Topps. Man, I collected these like crazy back in the 90s. These were some of my favorite packs to buy from the store. You can see he was a rookie that year. So yeah, he had got called up, it looks like toward the end of the previous season, got in 23 at bats, and then this was kind of his coming out party. So Ruben Amaro, and then 93 Topps. Another great set to get autographed. There's a lot of white, good places for the autographs to go. So whether they sign in black or blue, it's usually going to come out pretty good on the card. So you can see he followed up that rookie season with playing in 126 games, 7 home runs, 34 RBIs, batted .219. Looks like he did spend a little time with the minor league club in 92 as well, but there you go. I believe he's doing some announcing now, if I'm not mistaken, without pulling up his Wikipedia page. But 3 of 3 return from Ruben Amaro, former Philadelphia Philly and former Los Angeles Angel, Anaheim Angel, Ruben Amaro. And my last return, the final countdown. This one came from Columbia, South Carolina. And it looks like I got it back from Bill Landrum. Okay, cool. Let's see if he wrote anything back. He did not, but that's all right. He did sign the cards I sent him, it looks like. Back in the card saver, which I'll reuse those card savers, of course. Looks like I sent him 4 cards. Let's see how many he signed. I've got the 91 Don Ross. That turned out really nice. 1990 Upper Deck. Oops. Great. Yeah, I really like that that blue background in there from the wall in center field. It goes really nice backdrop on there. Here's the next year Upper Deck card, 91. Again, kind of looks like it was taken at the same exact field, probably their home field. Hard to tell though. He's wearing black in this one and gray in the other one. And then here's 1990 Topps. I am planning to try and get as many players to sign 90 Topps and 89 Upper Deck as possible. I don't believe I had an 89 Upper Deck for Landrum. I don't know that he's in that set. That's probably why I didn't send it to him, but a 404 return. I think I got this one back really quickly too, so I will post that down below so you guys can see. But 404 return from Bill Landrum, former pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates.